How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on the third episode of Season 6 of The 100, which is called The Children of Gabriel. I'm assuming those kids we met at the end of the last episode have something to do with that. Yeah, Season 6 has just been super awesome thus far. I mean, it's only been 2 episodes in, but we are in a world of unpredictability, and the ramifications of Season 5 are still sore. So it's really fun stuff to see. To see that kind of exploited in the last episode, because there were some scary moments thrown about, especially from Bellamy, like, but yeah, it was a really great episode last time out. I'm really excited to see where Alpha has a few more people from the ship that's been transported to the ground with Octavia, who is someone I'm going to keep a really good eye out on this season, because it seems like they're going to try and redeem her, like the show's going to redeem her from her sins of Season 5, and Octavia is like one of my favorite characters anyway, so I'm really interested in that story. But yeah, with that said, let's just waste no more time. This is episode number 3 of Season 6 of The 100. The extended reaction will be up on Patreon. Let's go.
We're in their home. Everyone, keep calm.
Weapons down.
Come in peace.
Abby, stay with Murphy.
As long as you just say we come in peace, everything should be fine. It always works.
It's okay. We're from Earth. We come in peace.
She actually said it. Remember, when they say we come in peace, they mean it.
Sure, bit him. The toxin from the seaweed had no effect.
Whew.
He's breathing.
Awesome.
Well done, Killian. Now,
because we couldn't deal with Murphy dying.
lock them up.
Oh!
Us by force. My people were just defending themselves. Lies.
They didn't even ask for a drink.
She wasn't there. We hurt no one.
What's your name?
Clark Griffin. What's yours?
He is Russell Lightborn, 7th of his line, savior of Sanctum. And you will bow before
Slayer of dragons.
I don't think so. My child is out there, so I'm going to get her.
Please.
He's
We have
actually
things to
accepted
discuss.
her as... I
Are you
love
the
this.
leader of your people or not?
She is. She can speak for us.
Go back. Ooh.
Good. You can escort your team to the steps. The rest of you will remain here. Well,
I do
cared
gather
for
there's
so
going to
we
be a
can
bit
decide what
of
to do with
mixed feelings regarding, oh, Clark's going to be speaking for our people, given Season 5.
One eye, and scars like lines on a map.
Ooh.
He wants to show me things, but
Shaded. The Dark Commander.
Yeah, with a
Wise
description like
choices.
that, I would.
told you the flame amplifies every commander's capacity for good and evil. They're battling for your favor.
The Oz is just like
That's why we must keep training.
enjoying this talk.
Every day.
It means nothing.
You think this is funny?
Calm down, Sensei. I'm too pregnant to argue.
Right, the child of 2 mass murderers. Can't wait to meet her.
Ooh. Some shade just going on here. Oh, God. Oh!
Everybody on the ship now!
They could have been yeah, they are targeted. Jigs up for these guys. Oh, Maddie! Doggy! There's a doggy! Oh my God, we need to adopt it. Okay, sorry Alpha, but we're taking the dog from you.
It's okay. She's friendly.
Doggy!
Radiation killed him. But not before he saved us.
Thank you. We'll delete the code.
Something's gonna go wrong with these people, surely. They're acting too nice. Now, Liam, we don't assume. Like an NDE.
I felt something.
We should give him a minute.
Yeah, guy's just like
Look at me.
had his heart
to me.
stopped. Needs a breather.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to hell.
Well, aren't we all, to be fair?
The man you killed with it was my friend.
Well, he shouldn't have been a sneaky dick.
Get back to position. It's almost second moon.
They're skulls.
Children of Gabriel, gather round.
They're the Children of Gabriel. Okay, so they're not associated with...
How many do you see? The dart hit my bulletproof vest. I need to know how many. Blink it out.
Death to crime! Death to crime! Death to crime!
What in the fuck? Oh my god.
We're too late.
So I'm guessing these guys are at war with these guys.
Unless they ask about the end of the world. In that case, maybe don't tell them you fired the first shot.
Don't worry, Murphy.
Oh boy.
Hell's big enough for both of us.
Ooh. He throws shots, she fires back. Which, given, like, how much time has passed, could be viewed as insensitive, but I'm interested about this naming ceremony thing. Like, I'm assuming they're given an assigned thing, like at birth, and at a certain point they graduate to an official name or something like that. Sorry, Clark just looks incredible in that dress.
Thank you.
See, there's this talk about princesses. Now she is one.
We don't like finding strangers in our home.
Okay, so when do we get to the negotiations about the dog?
But our ancestors did destroy the Earth. But they're your ancestors too.
That is true. You still come from the Allegiance
How
free
many people
bloodline.
have you killed, Clark?
Okay.
Or should we call you one hitter?
How the hell do you know this shit?
My friend Jordan likes to talk.
Ah, Jordan.
What are saving the people that I love?
She did
A comfort
what she
to
had to
them,
do for
I'm
her
sure.
own people.
But we
Stop
are
Mount
not
Weather.
your people. And we must protect the people that we love. Kaylee said
Well,
there
as
are
long as we
400 more of
negotiate
you asleep on your ship.
things well.
Warriors. That dog attacked my baby sister for crawling near his bowl.
Oh, gee.
She died 2 days later.
We can change.
Everyone with a
I
second
believe
chance
you want
ruins
to,
it.
Clark. I do. I just don't believe you can. Please understand, violence is a contagion.
Well, at least you tried. Damn it, Jordan. Damn it. No, you tried, Clark.
Second moon.
But I can't blame
the
them.
hosts. Not engaged.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. She does it. Well, the plus side is she'll be able to rescue Maddie and... Oh, shit. This is her fix, though, isn't it? Good, Dioza!
My sister died a long time ago.
Ooh! I mean, he's not wrong. Now there's the Red Queen.
Relax. You're gonna suck the first time. Everybody does.
Whoa, 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 whoa! He's. This is his first kiss, and he's.
Got all night.
Oh shit! Well. Jesus! Oh my God, Clark! No!
There, she's got him.
He's getting away.
Jesus! As long as they got Delilah.
We'll get him.
She's here.
Oh, this is gonna be the game changer, isn't it?
We have the same blood, Clark. Royal blood. That's why they went after Delilah.
Where's Russell? The Children of Gabriel got past Jade and took my rose.
Clark! I'm so glad to see you.
Good to see you, Jordan.
Are you okay? Hey.
You look better dead.
I'm sorry. It's not your fault, man.
It wasn't you, Belle.
Field, right now.
Just wait. What is this?
Yeah,
My reputation
because
precedes me.
You can
Leech
say
is
that.
free.
Your face is in our history books next
Yes.
to Hitler and Bin Laden.
Please.
Holy shit!
If any of you would care to join her, be my guest.
Maddie.
One way or another, the devil gets his due.
Jeez, I'm really interested with John.
3 down, 9 to go.
John's story though, this season.
Pick up a weapon.
They're gonna join forces with Octavia. Holy shit.
The forest is my weapon.
Or maybe not.
See the old man reject us now.
This old man. Why are you assholes? Gee. I'm really interested. Like, things have really spiced up for the 100 season 6. Like, Murphy's story especially, like, I have a feeling there's going to be this, this pull to the light, he's seen the light and all of that. Like, he's talking like he needs to change his ways. I'm pretty sure I've just seen Hell, and the way he was using every piece of language and all of that makes me think that he needs to, in his head, he needs to avoid doing, I guess, dickish things and all of that. Children of Gabriel are really fascinating as well, especially after them going after the primes. This story has just really been spicy so far. So that was something. That was really awesome stuff. I'm very interested to find out more of the primes and their royalty, especially since we got a good deep insight on that, with not just the fact that they treat Nightblood like royalty, but we also had Delilah, who the Children of Gabriel were after. They were after those with Nightblood. Why completely is up for debate, which we'll obviously find out in later episodes. But yeah, it was just very intriguing going into their mythology and what goes around with them. Like Delilah was talking about name day, which I assume is related to that royalty. Like you reach a certain level in terms of this royal allegiance, and then you are named. Oh, you are like how Russell, wasn't it? He was like, he was given the Daenerys, like I am the king of whatever. He was giving the Daenerys Targaryen speech, first of my name's mother of dragons, etc. So I'm guessing that in conjunction with Delilah getting her name and all of that, because I was very curious to wonder what does it mean, like with her getting her name, with her and name day. And then we found out that Clark and her friends could stay because Clark was well, they helped rescue Delilah, but there was heavy importance to Clark staying behind because she had Nightblood, which they consider royalty. Problem is, they're going to have to go through the whole shtick of finding out that, yeah, that was artificial. So I wonder how they would handle that. Maddie's not, but there's that secret of, it's back to season 5 all over again, isn't it? Where we have to pretend like Maddie doesn't have Nightblood. So, because we had that in season 5, so we could prevent Octavia from turning her head to her. Didn't work out well in the end. Maybe it will this time. Probably not. But yeah, it seems like we're treading onto some familiar terrain with this episode in general, because we had peace talks like we had with Rowan and Clark, with Anya and with Clark. At least this one didn't go haywire because of people on the team. With Riley last time out, and I mean it didn't went haywire there, but it was on the verge. Jasper caused the first shot in Anya, yeah, it was Jasper in the Anya Clark confrontation. So there was some familiar terrain. Not just that though, but I made I made a joke that they kind of look like sand people in a sense. But when you go along the episode, you kind of like take a look at them, and the Children of Gabriel I'm talking about. You kind of go along, and you kind of have this mindset click in, like, they're actually like grounders, and it might work out well with Octavia's story on redemption. Not just that though, but I do feel like the Primes have this Mount Weather aspect into their story, because if you want to think about it, Mount Weather offered a place of luxury and kindness and openness to Clark and Co, and then all things went haywire. I doubt they will. I doubt that anything will go haywire for Russell Lightbourne, etc., and his people. But it is like Mount Weather, because they have a nice, luxurious terrain. Because it is. I mean, you even saw like Russell's area when he had those peace talks. It was very, very king-like. And on Earth, I guess Mount Weather was considered royalty, considering the rest of the world was messed up thanks to the fallout. So the Primes, or those at Sanctum, should I say, are like the Mountain Men. In terms of their appearance, in terms of their reception to Clark and Co. Yeah. And the Children of Gabriel are basically the grounders. And like I said, I think this might bode well for Octavia's story, because Octavia's been abandoned by Bellamy, which I think is really, really good stuff for Bellamy, because like they do have this grounder vibe to them. And I think it's I think it might be a good way for Octavia to return to old roots, because there's this idea that she needs to be put on the path to redemption again. She was causing strain when she was told to hold back, to stop, because the Children of Gabriel were departing, and Bellamy was like, okay, hold back, and then Octavia went for it. So Bellamy was like, you know what, I'm done with the shit, go away. He even said that my sister died a long time ago, which was absolutely harrowing. I can't say the word. I have this problem with a few words, and I can't for my life. Anyways, as I digress, it was absolutely devastating for Octavia, because she taunted Bellamy at first, to be fair. She was like, oh, what are you going to do, leave me? And he was like, yeah, what else do you expect? You're not my sister anymore, because she died a long time ago. And he's just sick of it, so you can't really blame him. But this might be it might be good for both of them mentally, so Octavia can get her head in the right place. Maybe Bellamy might as well, because as long as Bellamy and Octavia are together in this current situation, there's always going to be that fracture. So this might be good in terms of when they do reconnect once again in the future of the season, and Octavia has changed. There might be that strain might be gone, so we'll just have to wait and see. But it gives Octavia a chance to return to old roots, to banish the Red Queen and return to who she used to be. So be aligned with the Grounders before she spoke for one crew, basically, with episode 10 of season 4, when she won that tournament and she was like, we are one crew. So before that, she was a Grounder anyway. So if they are like Grounders, it fits, doesn't it? So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed learning about the mythology and history of Sanctum. Their established dominion to their beliefs, because they are like the official rulers and all of that, royalty, etc., etc. And not just that, though, but there is this religious vibe to this episode, with Murphy especially, which we'll get onto in a minute, because there seems to be an interesting story going around his way. But they were talking about Gabriel being the demon, and that basically creates the outcasts, the Children of Gabriel, who want to see the end of the Primes. So it seems like we've got that war going on, because the 100 always dabbles with war. So it seems like we've got our war going on, and it depends on which side you take. Which Octavia could choose the side of the Children of Gabriel, maybe Diosa as well, because she's considered an outcast. Can I just say though, that comment about she's basically on level of Hitler and Bin Laden was like, holy shit. We know she's done hate. We know she's considered a terrorist though, with the season 5 comment. And I kind of had a feeling as soon as she was name dropped that because with Allegius, I think it was a siege, wasn't it? Like we saw that Allegius file that Bellamy and co looked at in the early part of season 5, where Diosa and her people took control of the Allegius ship, and there was a bit of an execution. So she's gonna be infamous in the eyes of people who are descendants of Allegius, who people can, like, the people in Sanctum can learn history from. They were the first ones, and their history is passed on to them. So she's going to be an enemy of the eyes of the descendants of Allegius Free. So, that was really, really something, wasn't it? Like when Diosa was outcast and all of that. But to be fair, like I said, I can't really blame them for their decisions in this episode, because we had Jordan. Well, first off, I want to talk about Jordan. Like, I don't kind of get the rushed relationship that Jordan and Delilah was forced into, because it was like, oh my, like it was straight off the bat. Jordan sees Delilah and is like, holy crap. And I think it just happened for the sake of drama when Delilah got kidnapped, and it was the perfect opportunity, rather than, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why it was rushed like that. Like, they didn't have time to develop. Literally, they didn't. Jordan saw her for the first time and was, like, completely swooned and all of that. Which is okay, but then they just rushed completely, and they were going to have sex, for crying out loud, on his first kiss. So it was just like shoehorned there. But I don't blame Jordan whatsoever for speaking too much about Clark and her history. But I do feel like his because Jordan's a kind character. He seems to be so friendly, even over friendly maybe, to the point where he is going to compromise Clark, because Clark was a bit compromised because she wants to put her actions behind her. But I think it's best for the people of Sanctum to know what they might be dealing with. And for that reason, I can't blame Russell for being cautious, because he basically put it, violence breeds violence. And he doesn't, we know that this show has a history of things turning south for even people like Clark. So they, the Sanctum people seemingly are happy just living in peace and prosperity. And now Clark and Co come, like, we are supportive of Clark and Co. I'm not saying like, they're instantly going to make things bad and all of that, but their history is not really a good indication of good things to come for Sanctum. So I can't really blame, and to be fair, put yourself in Russell's shoes. Like, I think you would probably say the same thing as well. Like, if you had no history of these characters and the stories that Jordan told you were put in your head, you're going to be thinking, well, we can't risk this, can we? So, yeah, I can't blame Russell whatsoever, but I also can't blame Jordan. It might have been a bit, but I can't blame him at the same time, and I think Russell needs to learn about what they could be dealing with. But thankfully, that's water under the bridge, because Clark saved Delilah, and so we're all happy. Yay. Murphy's story, though, holy crap. Like, we found out he died, but then he was brought back thanks to another part of Sanctum's culture, the snake and all of that, which sucked out the venom. And I do want to believe that Murphy's NDE was probably an effect of the toxin, perhaps, because it seems like there is this religious vibe, or maybe it's something to do with the snake potentially, because there is this religious vibe going around Sanctum, and they do feel like Gabriel and the children are spawns of the devil, basically. So I want to believe there is, like, it wasn't so much of the fact that it might have been the toxins that was removed. It might have been the snake, but and it was done deliberately to see people, to make people see the light, so they can have this belief. And we saw that with Murphy, because he was terrified of hell. And throughout the season, I have a feeling like Murphy's going to be adjusting his character to take on a lighter approach, so he could avoid going to hell. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how that where that goes, because it was really interesting to tap into Murphy's fears. Yeah, it was just really superb, because this is like one of the first few, one of the only, like, he's pretty confident and all of that, but yeah, I mean, this is the thing that really does spook him, and I'm really intrigued to see how his story does go following that NDE, turn to the light, etc. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how other areas of the show goes on, like the Children of Gabriel, Octavia, potentially siding with them after being cast out by Bellamy, potentially Dioza as well, now that she's cast out by Sanctum. Yeah, it's all looking really great stuff to at the minute, and I love the dog. Like, I'm now worried that the dog's going to die. Just a rule of thumb: if you kill the dog, you're irredeemable. I don't care if you change your mind afterwards. You could burn in a greater hell than hell. So I'm just worried that the dog's gonna die now, because I swear to God, I will throw the TV out. I will curse that character even after my death. I will curse their name forever. I just have this worry. So yeah, if not, then can Clark and Co adopt it? So yeah, but yeah, this was 100. This was episode number 3 of season 6. Season 6 is still going strong, and I really love the season already. So great signs for season 6 of the 100 so far. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media needs and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!